as well. Ime Udoka addressing the media.
And Peyton had a hot hand, had it going, but they guard him differently. The spacing, him being able to handle and be a shot maker as well as setting screens. So that worked well for us. We went with it, and then obviously brought him back in, kind of offense, defense, subbing with him and Tice. And our versatility showed tonight and was welcome.
You talked about this a lot, but what did you think of how guys stepped in when Jalen and Jason weren't maybe having their best games? You had Grant in that first half when things looked like they were a little wobbly, kind of, and then, as you mentioned, Peyton at the start of the fourth. Like, it seemed like guys at key times were there when you needed them.
Yeah, they're obviously loading up on Jason early. We were a little off. It felt like a little rush and erratic in the first half. We have to have more purpose offensively, and I think we got to that in the second half. But Grant was obviously much needed when we were a little stagnant, a little erratic early in the game. So he kept us in it in the first half, and then Peyton, obviously, what he did in the second. But their focus is obviously heavily shifted toward Jason, taking him out. You can see the double teams. Anytime he has an ISO, they're loaded up, flooding across the lane. And so he's a willing passer, obviously, with his, 10 assists tonight and making the right play. And at times it's going to be that. We told them if they're going to attack you like that, you can be the decoy and get everybody else going. And like I said, it was needed from Grant in the first half and until he got going later.
You mentioned being kind of like frantic in the first half. Was that something that they were doing, or was that just more you guys coming out and playing too fast, not kind of sticking to the game plan? And then what was it that got those guys to kind of settle down and kind of get into their games?
Yeah, I think it was a little bit of both. They came out obviously extra aggressive. I think their physicality was noticeably different in the first half. And then we just got sped up. We want to play fast and get out and transition, some of those things. But when you don't have the numbers, we have to be smart with that. And we were playing in the crowd too much. So we like to kick ahead and try to see if we can attack anything. If we don't have it, pull it out and run some sets and make them guard and make them work a little bit. And so I think that's what the difference was in the second half. We got into some sets that we liked, had more purpose on the offensive end, not just going 1-on-5 as it seemed we were doing in the first half, and did slow down. We showed it at halftime. We didn't play our best basketball by any means, and we're down 10 only, and didn't even guard our best. And so obviously to hold them to 25 and 17 in the second half, we got what we needed defensively, but our offense had a lot more pace and purpose, and the ball movement was noticeable. A lot of kick-out, wide-open shots tonight in the second half.
They shot 60% in the first half, 31% after halftime. Durant was over 10 after halftime. What type of attention to detail does it take to do that against him and against that offense, especially in a playoff atmosphere?
Yeah, he's obviously a big-time scorer, and with the physicality that we want to play with on him, there are going to be some fouls. We just have to be smart when we're in the bonus. Obviously, 18 for 20 free throws on his end is way too many. They're calling it tight, and it's consistent on both ends. And so they get 34 free throws, we get 31, but 20 from him is too high regardless. But you're going to live with some of that to have the physicality and make him go 4 for 17 and Irving 4 for 13. So we don't want to foul him on shots when on pull-ups and some of those things, but we do want to be into their airspace, and I think we did that. With him only getting 2 3-pointers off and Irving only getting 1 as opposed to 10 last game, we did our job and got him inside the 3-point line.
How much of that physicality is to try to make him a little more tired for when the game progresses into the fourth quarter? Just try to make him feel you throughout that.
Yeah, it's on both ends. We want to make him work defensively. Offensively, we want to have bodies on him at all times. Like I said, taking up that airspace, or you can't get too comfortable, and try to speed him up a little bit and throw some different looks at him. That's what it's going to take against a high-level scorer like him, and try to wear him down. Like you said, I think it takes the effort of everybody switching on to him, knowing their game plan, and like I said, getting them inside the 3-point line, making them take them tough contested pull-up twos.
Jalen, couple good fourth quarters the past couple of games. What have you seen from him so far?
Slowed down a little bit. Like I said, we want to attack this team and transition if we can. Even off makes or miss, we want to play with certain pace, but we have to know when we can pick our spots and understand how they are guarding those two. They're going to bring the whole crowd there, and just realizing getting out of that crowd in the second half felt like he did that. We spaced them out a little bit differently in the second half and took their bigs out of some of the action, so he had more space to attack. And when he gets downhill, he's such a powerful, forceful driver that he's going to either score or make the right play, and he did that in the second half.
Wrap it up right there. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, taking a look at some of the struggles again on the Brooklyn side. 27 points for KD, but do not be fooled. Made no shots on 10 attempts in the second half. Also had 4 turnovers in the second half, 6 total on the night. Shot at 4 of 17, predominantly those points coming at the charity stripe. Kyrie, just 4 of 13 as well, 10 points. The 2 stars combining for 27% from the field. Something's got to give in Game 3 in Brooklyn.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.